some encouragement. As a mom, being home with your children all the time, and even if you're not home with them all the time, this can apply to you as well. There are times and seasons where I have felt really frustrated, exhausted from doing small, mundane tasks. Sorry, my husband is doing some renovations, such as constant dishes, constant changing diapers, constant correcting behaviors and attitudes, just those constant little things that you need to do to teach and train children. I found myself frustrated by them. And this verse I copied on a recipe card, and I posted it above my sink, so every time I was doing dishes I would be reminded of this verse. So it's in Colossians 3:23, and it says, "And whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ." So whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men. Whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to your children. Whatever you do, do it heartily unto the Lord and not to your husband. Whatever you do, do it heartily unto the Lord and not to your family. You understand? Knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. So whatever it is you're doing in your home, you're not doing it per se unto your children, and you're not doing it per se unto your husband. When you do, I think you get really frustrated because you start to feel like a slave and a servant, and you get that mentality like, I feel like I'm being used as a mom. And I know a lot of you, because we so selflessly serve our families a lot. We're always doing housework and household duties and training the children, and some of us are working outside of the home as well, which is myself included. So if you have the mentality that you're serving men, you tend to feel bitter, you tend to get frustrated, and when you change that perspective and you renew your mind with the word of the Lord, which is what God tells us to do, you realize that you're not just serving your family, you're actually serving the Lord. And when you have that perspective and that mentality that you're serving the Lord and not your kids, by constantly changing dirty diapers, by constantly correcting attitudes, by constantly cooking and cleaning, it changes. I'm so sorry I got interrupted before abruptly I ended that video. So what I wanted to say is keep that heavenly perspective in mind as you're serving your household, as you're serving your children, as you're serving your family. And as scripture says, there are rewards for you when you serve as unto the Lord and not unto men. So I pray that encourages you. Keep going, Mama. You're doing a good job. Bye.